Hey everyone! Today I'm making a video to address a couple of things that came up recently. So I've been making music for all my life, and I've been uploading songs that I wrote myself and performed myself on YouTube for over a decade now. And all of the songs I've ever posted were originally written by me. Every single word of the lyrics, every single note of the melodies was me without any help. I did the performances, which were sometimes pretty shitty because they were just recorded on a phone in low quality with instruments that weren't great. I know nothing about mixing. I have no resources for a studio production. I know a lot of people have asked me in the past why I don't make a studio production of my music, why I don't upload it on Spotify. Firstly, I really don't have the money to do a studio production. I do have some music software on my computer that I don't know how to use because I just don't have the time to really look into it and learn from scratch. I got it a couple of years ago with the intention of learning, but I'm horrible at understanding programs and things, and I work a job with a lot of hours. Generally, I did evening classes on the side for years. I had little free time, but I do have this dream of maybe one day, if I ever have the resources, recording them properly. So for fun, I looked into Suno the other day and AI music generation. And I did not intend to, start making AI music or anything, but I just, I put some of my old songs in and I just thought, I see what happens. Not because I want to replace my old songs or, I just want to, make money off of AI now. I don't. I've never made money with my music, not a cent. My music's a free gift to the world. You can listen to it, download it, do whatever you want with it. Just credit me maybe as the owner if you use it for anything, but you can use it, in music videos or whatever you want to do. I don't care. And I'm very aware that by putting my content out there, AI models are also training on my content, and I'm fine with that. I know a lot of people aren't because they're trying to make money off of their music, which is legit, and I totally get why they have a problem with it and why there are copyright issues with AI that I totally support these people. Anyway, I made these AI versions as sort of demo versions for myself to sort of see what the music would sound like if I had studio instruments, and then maybe use that outcome as a template for later on if I ever have the resources. And initially I intended to just have it generate the instrumental version and do the singing myself, but the problem is I can't really sing at the moment. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's a couple of months ago, which, if you don't know, that's an autoimmune disease that affects the thyroid. You basically get an inflamed thyroid when you have a flare. And I do have a flare at the moment. It's been going on for a couple of months. And when that happens, my voice just gets really scratchy. And I just can't sing. So I was like, whatever, I'll just, have it generate the voice as well. So I just did these, couple of songs for myself. And then I actually really like the outcome, not because I'm a fan of AI music, and I think if it wasn't my own, I wouldn't be that into it. But if you're a composer and you write music, you have this vision of what it would sound like in your head. And I don't know if this is the case for other musicians, but for me personally, I just never was quite able to execute the songs in the way I wanted them to sound. Because I play the piano, I play the guitar. And that's nice when you write an indie song, like Boy, for example, which is a great song that you can just play on a guitar. But I've written many, many other songs that are actually not designed to just be played on the piano or on the guitar. And then when I play them on the piano, they sound nice, I suppose, but they just sound very overloaded because I have this whole orchestra thing in my head, and trying to produce all of that just on the piano it just creates this wall of sound that I like because I know what's in there, like all the nuance. But when you listen to it, and especially when you hear it on a cheap phone recording, because I just don't have the tools, hearing these songs executed in the way I intended them, even if it was made with AI, to me was mind-blowing, and I was like really excited about it, and I thought I'd share it. And then guess what happened? A lot of people hate it because it's AI, and I get it, and there's been a lot of discussion about it. I do get people not liking this kind of music because it sounds weird. It just sounds, maybe some people would call it soulless or generic or whatever. It's just, it's not, you know, man-made and handmade in a sense. So I get why people just don't like the sound of it and don't listen to it. What I would criticize, though, is people calling my music AI slop. Not just because that's like insulting, but also because it's not true. And this is actually why I'm making this video, because I think we need to discuss AI music in a more layered way. I know there is a lot of emotion involved in this topic, especially from other artists or people who love music and want to support artists. But this over-emotional approach leads us to see the whole thing in a very black and white manner that it isn't. Because there is a difference between AI slop and artists using AI as tools. And for the record, nearly 100% of musicians these days, professional musicians, use studios to record that use AI. It's just used in the production process, apart from maybe a couple of very small indie musicians who just do acoustic guitars and record the whole thing in their garage. So it's not like, you know, professional studios don't use it. What's generally referred to as AI slop is when someone just types in a prompt, someone who's never done any music, doesn't know any notes, doesn't know how to sing, and just types in a prompt and is like, okay, this is my shopping list of the week, make a hip-hop song out of it, and then just lets AI generate that and then puts it up on Spotify and on other platforms in order to make money off of it. That is AI slop. That's, you've done nothing to deserve that, and you're just flooding the internet with, you know, music that's not actually art at all, that's just there for you to profit from it financially. That is AI slop. But comparing what I've done with my music to that is just, it's just inaccurate, because what I've done is I've written my own music, I've written my own lyrics, I've performed them, and all I've done is replace the instrument I played with studio instruments and effects and things, and replace my own voice with an AI voice in order to execute these songs in the way that I intended them to sound. Do you have to like the sound? No, absolutely not. I'm leaving the originals up there. You can listen to those instead if you like. I'm not offended if you don't listen to it. And we could discuss the environmental impact of AI, the ethical side of it. There are problems with it. I'm seeing the problems. I'm sure there are people who don't use them at all, who boycott them all, and who maybe judge me for using it. Then that's okay. I mean, that's your opinion, and you're free to have your opinion. We could discuss all these things, but I'm not going to, because this video is not about that. This is just about asking the world out there to please differentiate between people who actually make music and people who produce AI slop. And just to prove to you that my music is actually handwritten and I can perform it, I'm going to show you a couple of my AI-generated demo versions that I did. And then right after that, I'm just going to show you how I perform them live. And for the record, I did not practice them before performing. Some of them I haven't played in years. I just sat at the piano today and I just played them. They're not perfect. You know, sometimes I press the wrong key. And my voice, like I said, isn't great right now. But it's just to show I can actually play these songs. And then you can judge for yourself whether my AI versions are something that was created out of thin air, or whether they actually sound very, very much like the things I've actually written. So, without further ado, here we go.
When I was little, We would sit at the pond and watch the frogs hop in the water, and you would smile. Oh, it's been such a long time. Oh, it's been such a long time without you.
When I was little, we would sit at the pond and watch the frogs hop in the water, and you would smile. Oh, it's been such a long time. Oh, it's been such a long time without you.
We build our hopes on all the shattered pieces that remain of our lives. After the avalanche went down,
We built our hopes on all the shattered pieces that remain of our lives. After the avalanche went down.
and I smiled when I saw you, and I meant it. Whatever you may take, I won't defend it. Instead, I'll sit in silence and watch you go to look for all the answers that I know.
And I smiled when I saw you, and I meant it. Whatever you may take, I won't defend it. Instead, I'll sit in silence and watch you go to look for all the answers that I
But I wonder if you're still out there, somewhere in the dark,
Running from the shadows.
where the devils leave
Just
scars.
wander off that beaten path,
Like all the lost souls do.
going up in flames, burning bright.
But their ashes are forgotten in the night.
But I wonder if you're still out there, somewhere in the dark, running from the shadows where the devils leave. Let us wander off that beaten path, like all the lost souls do, going up in flames, burning bright. But their ashes are forgotten in the night.
And the women, they would run through the streets, and above the distant thunder you could hear them weep, as the cities were falling and their children all turned into dust.
And the women, they would run through the streets, and above the distant thunder, you could hear them weep, as the cities were falling and their children all turned into dust. So there we go. These are my songs performed by myself. I will not stop writing music and making music organically with instruments and performing it just because I made a couple demo versions that I'm also sharing. If you like them, that's great. If you don't like them, that's okay. If you decide to unsubscribe because I'm using AI, I can't stop you. I am sorry to lose you, but I can't stop you. But if you decide to keep supporting me and supporting my music, that would be great. I mean, I would really appreciate that. Thank you in advance if you decide to do that. Having said that, I hope you'll have a great day or evening or night or whatever it is where you are. And I'll see you again. Cheers.